The 2019 BMW M340i, driven. BMW introduced the 7th generation G23 series for the 2019 model year, and with it came a new design language, update engines, and some features from models like the 5 Series and X5, among others. To top all this off, it's also just a bit larger and more aggressive than the 7-year-old F33 series that it replaced. We didn't get a chance to run the new 3 Series prototype around the track on the original pre-release test days, so we've been itching to see just how much better new the 3 Series is and whether or not all that new technology and new driving dynamics live up to the hype. So, we started reaching out in hopes of getting our hands on a new 3 Series tester, and BMW delivered. In fact, it delivered so well, that we got to spend a week with none other than the new 2020 BMW M340i. The best model you can get without going full on M. So, is the M340i really a poor man's M3? Does it really compete against the Mercedes-AMG CLA 45 or the Audi S5 Sportback? Does the M340i really deserve its time in the limelight? Well, after a week of a weird, love-hate affair with the 2020 BMW M340i, we have answers to all these questions and more. Here's our experience. 2020 BMW M340i exterior design. The 2019 BMW 3 Series isn't only marginally larger than the model it replaced, but it was also more attractive. The 2020 BMW M340i takes that attractiveness to the next level without going into full-fledged M Sport territory. The front end features a lot of chrome-like treatment with the grille, and it's meshed, the bezels around the corner vents, and the headlights all featuring at least some of that flashy goodness. The kinked-in grille that follows along with the upper edge of the headlights and hood feels more pronounced on the M340i, but, at the same time, the mesh allows us to see just how much of that radiator grille is blocked off by plastic. It's not bad necessarily, but it does give off a slight vibe of cheapness. The air dam at the bottom of the front fascia is much larger and sportier than on the standard 3 Series, and the wedge cutout on the bottom of the headlights is emphasized by the more aggressive ridges on the front fascia. Those ridges are further emphasized by the plastic in the air dam, giving the front end a symmetrical feeling that we just didn't get with the standard 3 Series. The corner vents are reminiscent of what we saw on M models a decade back and really help to make the M340i stand out as opposed to the current model whose fascia, suffice it to say, is rather bland and uninviting. The hood has a rather aggressive look to it and manages to follow along with the rest of the car's symmetry. Somehow, the overall design of the front end gives a feeling of length not commonly associated with models of this size. The side profile of the M340i is largely similar to the standard model, but the new side skirts really bring out a more aggressive feeling. Naturally, there are no new body lines, but, to be honest, they aren't really needed either. Since the greenhouse sits so far back, the 3 Series sedan feels more like a sportback than an actual sedan, and that plays well in its favor considering it competes against models like the Mercedes-AMG CLA 45 and the Audi S5 Sportback. Where BMW really excelled here is that the body lines on the hood and the design of the bumper are still visible from an eye-level view when you look at the M340i dead-on. It evokes a feeling you just don't get from the standard model, which is admirable given how little the side profile itself actually changes.
To read the full article, check the link in the description. If you liked this video, please share your thoughts in the comments below and don't forget to hit the subscribe button.